This is Dan Tortora with Jayden Iliffe, our guest here in this edition of The Light Between Us, here from Chick-fil-A Cicero on 7916 Brewerton Rd in Cicero, New York, telling the stories of the team members at Chick-fil-A Cicero. So Jayden, how are you? Good to have you.
Good, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I got to speak with Jimmer before. You and I have gotten to talk here, and the first time around when you came to get a job, Jimmer had a not right now, and then you came back. What made you come back?
So basically what happened was I didn't really get a proper, like they ended the interview pretty short.
Yeah.
And my stepdad, he was like a little annoyed by that. He said something and I was like, and then Jimmer just took the chance on it because I guess he said some good things. Personally, I didn't really like that, but I was not about to prove those two wrong with it,
So what made you take another chance with Chick-fil-A?
Because, so Chick-fil-A is my first job, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
The reason why I wanted here, because I've never been really one to, not take the easy route, I guess you should say.
Yeah.
I've only ever had it twice in my life before I worked here, so all I really knew was we had high standards for employees. Yeah. And that's what I liked about it. So I was like, could be a good option.
So that second time around with Jimmer, what was that experience like?
Nervous. It's my first time really talking to him.
Yeah.
It was definitely a moment for me to really show what I could be capable of, I'd say.
And when you had that opportunity to show what you could do, what did you focus on? What did you tell him?
I told him I wouldn't let him know, but what I focused on was growing as a team member, trying to learn as fast as I can, trying to be the best I could.
And, in life, at some point in our lives, somebody takes a chance on us. Owner-operator, Chick-fil-A Cicero, Jimmer Szatkowski, him taking a chance on you means what?
It means a lot to me. It means that he actually really cares about not even just the community, just like the restaurant itself. And he's to give people a chance. Sorry.
Okay. No, he said before we got started here that he's been an operator for over 7 years at Chick-fil-A, and that he can count on one hand how many people have grown as much as you have. Those words mean what?
They mean a lot to me. From starting off being really nervous about the whole thing to doing this now. It's astonishing.
So how have you grown? When he says he's seen your growth, how would you define it? How did you come into Chick-fil-A, and what do you look like today?
I came into Chick-fil-A with just the ambition to be as best I can. When I started doing it, I was of course not the greatest, but I always tried my best to do it. I always asked to get trained on the positions to be better. I asked where I could be better in certain positions. Eventually, after almost a year, I got promoted to team trainer, which was pretty big for me. It wasn't really something I was expecting was going to happen. So I really had a good time training people. I've trained a lot of good people now. And I still had the ambition to become a lead. So before, like a couple of months, like a month before I became a lead, I started working up front as a cross trainer, because I'm never gonna not give myself a challenge. I feel like it'd be a lot easier for both parties at the end of the day to have someone who's reliable enough to work up front and back. And then when I became a lead, now to the present day, from what I know, I'm the only person who actually cross leads. There are leads that do front and back, but I'm the only one who actually does both as a lead, which is mind-blowing to me, actually.
Did you see that in you when you came to Chick-fil-A, or have you kind of pleasantly surprised yourself?
I seen the ambition in me, but I've really surprised myself a lot with some things.
What are some of the things that have been so positively surprising?
How well I can do under stress and pressure. How fast I can learn things. A really big thing, especially with upfronts, definitely talking to people. At first, I used to be a little shy, quiet. I still am a bit, but I didn't realize how much of a people person I was.
So for you, like you said, crossing front of the house and back of the house, and you said some people have gone from one to the other, but you still do both.
So they do both, but they do it as like just a regular like team member position, not an actual lead position.
So from the lead position, front and back of the house, that's the rarity, is that you're in the leadership role doing both. How do you navigate through that? Because if you're a lead in the back of the house, that's a lot of work. If you're a lead in the front of the house, that's a lot of work. So how do you balance putting it all together?
Well, I had some guidance from our amazing managers and directors with just describing what a lead is supposed to be for the front and back.
And who are some of the leaders here that you want to thank for their help?
Z Coral, or I think her last name's Coral. I got hired like basically a week apart from her, and she's been one of my closest coworker friends that I've really worked with. So we basically got promoted together. We got twice now, so we've been side by side with it for a lead stance, manager-wise. Drake Stevenson. He really, he's the one who trained me up in back house my first day, and he's made me who I was today.
And for you, Chick-fil-A, how did this even start? To go back to the beginning of it all, what made you come here and seek a job?
Like I said, just the standards for the employees.
Does that bond to standards that you have for yourself or morals and values? I mean, did you feel like it aligned with who you are?
Yeah, honestly, I kind of did. What I mostly thought about it was just high expectations, because I don't really like to give myself a short end of anything. I'd rather try and challenge myself with it and just try and be the best I can.
Some people like the easy way out. Why do you like the challenge?
It just gives me something to do. It's something I can work on as a person and as my character.
Family values. Has your family instilled this in you? Like work hard, challenge yourself. Bring me into family life and what you take away from how you've been raised.
So with values of my family, my dad, he was an immigrant from Australia. I've known this story a bunch of times. He came to the States to marry my mom because they met online with nothing but his dog and guitar. So they made something out of nothing, and that's why I feel like I get that power to keep moving.
So he comes to the States, like you said, a dog and a guitar, and love in his heart.
Yep.
And that was enough for him.
Yes.
His faith in himself and his faith in your mom, I can see, has affected you. Do you lean on that? Do you lean on in those moments where something just feels right to you, even if it doesn't make sense? Do you just follow that? Do you follow your heart?
Yeah, I try to follow my heart as much as I can. When doing things, when making decisions, if I feel like I can't trust that, then I'll try to rely on someone else to give me some guidance along with it, just to see their perspective from it.
So when you're building the relationships here, like you said, you might go to someone else to lean on. What does this team feel like at Chick-fil-A Cicero?
It feels like family. We have a really big bond with everyone, each other. If I come into work, I've come into work really upset, really annoyed, just not having a good day, and some of these people, they can cheer you up really easily.
Do you have faith in your life? Is that part of it?
Yeah, I got some faith.
And how would you kind of describe that and how it works into your life when you have those really good moments, those tough moments. How does faith kind of interweave itself into your life?
I guess it's just a drive forward, just to keep moving. Because if I stop, I stop. There's no point in stopping right now, so might as well just keep going. That's how I see it as.
Surrounded by people that believe in God, believe in something bigger than us. What has that done for you?
It's made me pretty religious, I'd say.
Do you feel like you've built a relationship with God, or you're building one?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So if somebody's watching right now and they have no relationship with God, how would you describe it?
When you're at a moment of just like needing guidance, just anything. When I started, I was an atheist. Now I would say I'm growing a natural relationship with God. It's really just seeking guidance with things. Like if you have a bad day, you need some hope of like, okay, tomorrow will be a better day. And something does happen. It's really nice to think about, I'd say.
So you started here as an atheist.
Yep.
And now you have a relationship with God.
Yeah, I'd say so.
How did Chick-fil-A help to foster that? Did that come from Jimmer? Did that come from other team members that you worked with? Did it come from everybody? Did it come from a conversation or two? How did it happen?
I'd say it came from a bit of everyone, and just more or less, just personally, I guess. I would say it would stem from.
So you have a conversation or two. You're open. They're open. Are you grateful that you had an open mind and an open heart?
Yeah, of course. Never seen the point of being like closed.
So what is it about you today, Jayden, that you're proud of when you think about growing your faith, growing yourself here, becoming a lead, front of the house, back of the house, all the things that you've done? What are you proud of?
I'm proud most that I'm sitting here right now and with a pretty good career so far at Chick-fil-A. I'm happy that Jimmer took the chance for me. I'm happy that I could prove him right. And I'm happy that I can start working with other people to make them do just as good.
This place, Chick-fil-A, in and of itself is not your typical fast food. And I don't think that Chick-fil-A Cicero is even your typical Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I think they're even a step above. And that's saying a lot because I have a lot of appreciation for Chick-fil-A. When you're serving guests here and you're talking with people and you're experiencing different people every day, what about that part of the job do you like?
I like that it's always just something new, I guess. It's never there's always going to be the same old, but really, everyone that comes through the doors, if they're having a good day, a bad day, they can kind of show it. I guess it's something a part of me too that just likes making people feel happy. So if I get to make someone feel happy at the end of the day, then when they come through the door and out the door, then it's really good for me, I'd say.
That pay it forward. A lot of people in the world, they want to be happy. They think about themselves, right? They go into conversation saying, this is what I need from you, this is what I want from you, this is what you can do for me. You just told me the opposite. You just said, I want to help other people. I want other people to be happy. I want to do something for them. Why are you like that?
I just don't see the point in really... I know I'm fine myself, but I don't know how the next person's going to feel. As someone who's struggled with a lot in their life, just asking how their day is, seeing how they are, giving them something for free, it can do a lot. Maybe cracking a joke with them, every little bit helps. And it gives them a better experience in this place and makes them kind of want to come back.
Well, this segment is called The Light Between Us, and it sounds like you're exactly that, a light for people, and you're trying to pass that light along. When life does get hard, when you do have those rough moments, I know you said people here bring you up and whatnot, what do you lean on when you feel like your light is maybe a little bit dimmer, or you feel like you're having a rough day?
So more recently, just talking to God, I'd say. But it used to be I just kind of not really tried to talk about it as much. I didn't want other people to feel bad. But I guess just try and find someone that is going through something similar that works here. Talking to them about it. Just try to make light out of something like that. That's what I've always tried to do, is joke around about things.
So for you, being a light to somebody else, what do you think that could do for the world? If you're a light to someone and then they take that light and they give their light to someone and then that person does that, what do you think that can do if we keep making the world brighter?
More people would be happy, more people would be open, less people would have to feel like they'll like to lie. They just not, they wouldn't feel as open, I'd say.
Jayden here on The Light Between Us, Chick-fil-A Cicero, here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Jayden, this has been one of the easiest, or the most eye-opening, and just genuinely kind conversations that I've had with anybody here at Chick-fil-A Cicero. And I want to thank you that you've opened your heart to God. I want to thank you that you help people. And I want to thank you that you have chosen to do right in this world, do good in this world, and help other people, because we need more of you, and we need more of that attitude. So I think to everybody watching and listening, it's pretty clear that we owe you a thank you. And you've just gotten started, in my opinion, so keep doing it. All right?
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you. We'll talk with you all soon, as we always say here on Wake Up Call. God bless, no stress, do your best. For Jayden and for myself, Dan Tortora, have a wonderful day. Keep being a light for the world. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.